There's a scripture that tells us that love covers a multitude of sins. And this is something that there are certain things that people they talk all over their face, but there's certain things you cannot mess with. You just can't mess with it. A lot of people, in all their wickedness, lack true love and lack spirituality, and it's obvious by their deeds. But love covers a multitude of sins. Now, you could punish that person, and you punish them and punish them and punish them, and that the system, life is going to punish them anyway, because once they do things outside of how we are designed, they will feel it. That's something I've been thinking about a lot recently. Like how fornication, we think that we can be okay because we think we only hurting ourselves, but what's end up happening is that we can ruin our future relationships by having a wrong view of sex. And we think this affects girls more because girls are judged harder, but actually it affects men more, because when they don't have any discipline, they don't know how to ever buckle down and have a family, and then they be big and old, and then they just on their own, when science shows how much better men survive with partnership. Anyway, I digressed. Love covers a multitude of sins, and we often feel like do for do and pettiness and all that, because that's something that's pushed. It's pushed so that we would believe in it. But all it does is have us in our hurt thinking about how to get back people or whatever, when life is teaching that person, because that person is not living in love, therefore they're reaping what they sow anyway. But for yourself, not only does forgiveness save you mentally, but it is the only thing that's going to actually show that person why who they are and what they did is actually wrong. So when you fall out with that family member, or you get hurt by your partner or whatever, and you feel as though the solution is to make them feel what you feel, somewhere that person already hurting so much that they don't even have it together. They might not have it organized. Everything they think is wrong. They have no spirituality. They're at zero and they don't even know it. The only thing that will fix that person is love. Now, love does not look like enabling, and love does not look like hurting yourself in order to help someone else, even though sometimes we can put ourselves out a bit. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about, clear, distinct, precise message has to be sent to that person. You did this. This is wrong because 1, God says so. 2, you hurt people. 3, you can break it down as to all the reasons why in this universe and in the sky above and in the earth below they're dead wrong. And then you love them anyway. You see that they're somebody's child, that they have good in them anyway. You look for the good, and you continue to be good to them in the ways that you can without hurting yourself. Only when a person sees a higher way will they change for the good. Punishment does make people change for fear, but fear is the opposite of faith. And if a person is living a life in fear and not faith, they will just hide and do whatever it is that they want to do instead of learning how to change. This is a profound message, and it can be expanded upon, and it's far bigger than 4 minutes on TikTok. Meditate on it though. Agon. Have a beautiful week.